What up, YouTube? I have been releasing a lot of videos from Nathan Phillips Square in Toronto, chess in the park, as you guys have seen recently. But I also was, ambushed by a chessbrah fan. And this isn't just a random person. This is someone I've met in real life. Came to a chessbrah chess retreat that we did in Tulum, Mexico earlier this year. He's also a mod on our channel. But he decided to show up out of the blue, and we got some blitz in, some hyper bullet. So I hope you guys enjoy the games. And he also decided to record a little bit of behind the scenes from his point of view. So we put it all together and enjoy the video.
Got my passport, very excited. I need to figure out how I'm getting to the airport and from the airport once I land and take off. But other than that, everything's in motion, going well. It's the night before I go. Leave tomorrow morning. I'm a little nervous, but very excited. Just woke up, headed to my flight. I'm very tired and probably gonna sleep on the flight. Threw together some clothes and a bag full of just like a laptop and some other stuff, and I'm ready.
This game wants to do it. Oh, killer here.
I did beat you in the first game we ever played.
Oh, hello,
so
buddy.
I do have that.
Okay. This is going to be interesting.
All right. I only know you as a hyper player, buddy. So I definitely knew about him, but I did not expect him to show up in the park. And here we go. He was committed to getting this game. I think I saw him waiting his turn. So I decided to play a little bit aggressive because I'm pretty sure, if I remember our games that we've played on the chessbrah stream before, that I think he plays this opening himself. And so I thought it would be funny if I played it against him, going for the Mora, and usually this means you get a pretty exciting attacking game. I think rook d1 is the normal setup here, going to put pressure on that d6 pawn, and the move e5 is definitely a weakening move. I was immediately thinking about things like knight b5, knight g5, but I decided on bishop g5 because of what I thought would be a very natural move, bishop e7, but it sort of falls into this. We can see my opponent is so famous that the paparazzi is already there in the background, snapping some impromptu shots. Gotta get the angle right. There's nothing that black could do to stop knight takes d6 check, and then of course knight takes f7 is unstoppable as well. And the whole position starts to fall apart a little bit.
I've been taught by somebody to never resign, so I take punishment like champ. I wonder who taught me that though.
Idiot, totally.
For knight, is it a change?
I started up a pawn.
This is really, it wasn't on the board momentarily. Some habits. Some simple.
That's right, h3 habits. I like to play the move h3 early so that I'm not going to be in any trouble later on. Just get it out of the way now. I think there's something to be said about playing moves like h3 early, because if you start to move your pieces and make some threats, some tactics, then all of a sudden your tactics, like, they almost start to work, and you get so tempted to just force them to work that you feel like you don't have time for small moves like h3. If you do h3 before you get any tactical stuff going, then you don't feel like you're missing out. So I always like to do it real early. rook d8 by my opponent put himself in a pin, which, you know, he volunteered. And I think this just means I can simplify things pretty nicely, because I have the pressure on the d file, plus I am up a pawn in the exchange. Hey, I'm all about keeping it simple. Your up material, trade material.
It's hard not to with black's moves.
Gotta be careful about that bishop on a2. It does exert some long-range defense still. But unfortunately, the bishop pair here is not going to stand up to the two-pawn advantage, plus the fact that I have the extra exchange. And although rook d8 is covered, knight e7 check is a huge threat here, and I think my opponent pretty much has to play the move queen f7, but it's definitely a lost position. My opponent resigns and is able to win the blitz game we played using the Mora, so using his own stuff against him. But I know that if I know one thing about Gory from our Twitch channel, it's that the guy's a hyper bullet specialist. So we definitely had to get some hyper bullet games in, and as you might be able to imagine, those are just too insane to try to commentate. So I'll let you guys listen in and enjoy.
Okay, 30 seconds. Super bullet. That's exactly what I'm about to be saying.
Ready to catch pieces now.
I feel like I'm supposed to stand. I feel like I'm supposed to stand up too now. Yeah, exactly. All right, ready? Yep. Okay. You start it. Pump me. Check. Check. You're saying it out of disrespect.
Of course. Nothing to disrespect on this game.
You needed that. All right, last one. Take the white piece. I gotta give you a fair shot with both colors.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh, did you drop your phone as well?
It was here, I just happened to.
I was gonna say we're getting some casualties here. All right.
Backwards on the side. Confused for a second.
Oh, then yeah. All right. Ready for it?
Yep.
It's genius. Start the move with this hand and then move it. And then
It's a new strategy.
we're in the park. Chess.com doesn't help you there.
Yeah, that's legal in Steam.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, Chi-Chi's funny. A little different than online. Right?
Very different, very different. I need to get more practice in before I can play it.